Coach was always about give back to what's given you everything, and that's this sport, and that's this community, so it's the least I can do.
The scores are level at 1-1. He drives him over that into the danger position. That looks like a danger position. It certainly is. It's 2 points. It's a 3-1 lead now, and time is up. And Coleman Scott, in the last 30 seconds of period 3, has won a bronze medal for the USA.
A couple of people with big influences, of course my grandfather was probably the first one, just to always be there and encouraging. Didn't miss wrestling matches as a young kid. It meant a lot to him that I loved the sport as much as he did, at a young age.
He's very determined. He's very passionate. He's a giving person in real life and in wrestling life. He'll give back to this team, the sport, 100%, just like he does our family and all of our friends.
And that's what I want to pass on to the next generation, give back to this sport what it gave me. It gave me the opportunity to wrestle at Oklahoma State under Coach Smith. It gave me the opportunity to meet my wife here in Stillwater, to start my career as a wrestler, as a coach. And again, I couldn't do anything without the sport. It gave me everything.
He had a double leg. And when you have a double leg, everybody's scared a little bit. I never had a double leg as a wrestler. But the guys that I wrestled against, I always gave them a little bit more respect.
I think I don't know if I ever mastered skills. I think I became good at stuff, and it evolved. I think that I came into school, again, with a very great base of skills and mindset, of ultra competitor, always willing to learn. I'm going to take criticism whether I like it or not, and I might be mad at the front end, but I know I'll have a thought later that evening about, okay, they're right, I need to do this. I knew I needed a coach in my life because of the way he coached. I knew I needed him to get me to the next level.
Looking for a cradle now.
And he's got it. He's got it blocked.
That's cradle, boy. That inside leg on the downside, and he keeps him in.
Oh, my goodness. He is pinned. He's off. Oh, my gosh. Coleman Scott wins it in unbelievable fashion.
He was obviously real successful here. And then following his 4 years as a student athlete here at Oklahoma State, he went on and went to the Olympics. And I had a good staff here that really played a big role in him making that team. What an exciting time, 2012, when he made the Olympic team. Unbelievable. Times Square, middle of Times Square. I mean, who gets to make the Olympic team in the middle of Times Square? Wow, on a mat in New York City. Just incredible experience. One of my favorite times as a coach to experience.
Coleman being inducted to the Hall of Fame to our family is kind of funny because our kids probably could care less. But to me, it's an amazing accomplishment. It's the top of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Pinnacle. The awards, like it's probably not something he ever thought he would ever be in. And after he finished, it was like, oh wow, I could actually be in the Hall of Fame as, next to some of the greats, Kendall Cross, John Smith, Kenny Monday, and some of the mentors he had here at Oklahoma State.
Winning an Olympic medal it's an unbelievable accomplishment, don't get me wrong, right? But you don't ever think about winning anything other than a gold medal. And I didn't get there, and so there was a mixed emotion, shortly after when you're on the award stand and you hear somebody else's national anthem, because again, I didn't have a thought process ever leading up to that moment that I was going to lose. I wasn't like, hey, what do you do if you do? I never had that even question. Nobody around me had that question. So I was a lost man there for a couple hours after I lost. You got 4 to 6 minutes to either leave with a medal and change your life and change the people around you. And you got 95 people that flew over here to support you. Do it for them if you're not going to do it for yourself. do it for somebody bigger, right? It's never for me. That medal, and I hate to put it that way, but it was a hard match. It was hard to get refocused. And am I very grateful? Yes, absolutely. I would never change a thing about what I did. I don't have any regrets in my training. That guy beat me that day. Do I still believe I was the best in the world that day? 100%, right? I'm always going to believe that. But it wasn't my day, right? He got me in that moment. I remember coming back as well, we landed in Oklahoma City. He says, get your medal out. And I was like, Coach, no, I'm not. That's embarrassing, right? I'm not. It's a what do people want to see a bronze medal for, And he sort of got it into my butt a little bit and said, you never know what somebody's going through in that day, and this may change their life, right? You never know what somebody might need as an inspiration to change, and it might be that medal right there. And as we're walking, I landed in Oklahoma City, and we're walking past just the lady working in the convenience store in the airport, and she recognized Coach and me, and he told me to get my medal out again and show her, and she started bawling, and she said, you don't know what this means to me, right? So it was like, I had that opportunity in 2014 to go to Carolina, and unbelievable opportunity, thankful and grateful. And then when Coach called, and it was 8 years as a head coach, and I felt doing some special things there. And when he called, though, it's again, Coach Smith got me.
It's a great sense of pride. And he's well deserving of it. I may have had a little part in that. I might have had a big part in it. I don't know, but I know that we take a lot of pride here at Oklahoma State with these guys that have done enough to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of people out there that deserves to go in they're not in yet.
When you have a great group of people that have the same goals and they chase them together, there's nothing better in this world.